Hey, what's up? Glad to see some people already watching. Some reason YouTube thinks I'm playing Minecraft, and I'm sitting here trying to fix this. So yeah, bear with me here for a second while I try to force YouTube to recognize that I'm playing the correct game. It's really irritating. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it while I'm live. Oh well, I'll just have to fix it in post. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Alright, so today I am basically going to be making Aeroshells. And if you don't know what an Aeroshell is, let me show you real quick. Alright, so I am going to go look it up real quick here on the Google. So, those of you who are not savvy on space vernacular, this is what an Aeroshell is. This is what I'm going to be building. And in particular, I'm going to try to build one with a sky crane. And you may be asking, what is a sky crane? Well, basically, it's a little tether with rocket motors that kind of lowers the probe down to the surface once it's entered the atmosphere. So that's kind of what I'm going to be trying to build today. And not entirely sure if I'm successful, but another cool thing is I recently finally installed the what's it called? The mod that lets me do... Oh, God, it's on the tip of my tongue. The one that lets me plan trips. Not the trip planner, the other one. The transfer window planner. That's the one. Yeah, so I finally installed that. And I found out that I actually have another Duna window in 20 game days. So I'm actually going to do a mission, and I'm going to record that mission. Make a really cool video out of that one. So I'm kind of building the lander for that mission today. I'm going to be basing it off the last one, the one that failed last stream. So let's go in to the vehicle assembly building, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so first off, let me show you the trip planner here. So basically how this works, the transfer window planner is, I tell it when I want to depart, my earliest departure time, my latest departure time, and I tell it where I'm going. Those of you who play KSP are probably already familiar with this, so just, you know, say, yeah, we already know. But, yeah, so it plots it, and it tells me the optimal transfer time when I can leave. So it's telling me, let's see, today is day 287. It's telling me I should leave in 20 days, which is really cool. So basically, I have 20 in-game days to build this thing. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the old failed probe, and I've already done some modifications to it and renamed it. But essentially what I'm wanting to do here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this top part off. Alright. Remove that. Don't need that. I just want to make the lander. Alright. Save that. Let's save it as lander A, because I don't want to overwrite something. Alright. So, this thing is attached to the... This thing is basically attached to the probe. And, so what I gotta do is I gotta redesign this Aeroshell here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this around. And let's see here, I gotta change my attachment point. There we go, alright. Remove that, remove that. So I have this shell on the bottom here. So what I'm wanting to do is I want to change the way this is built. And I want to add a shell to the top. So I need to change that to a interstage fairing. Because this is going to be the capsule that gets down to the surface. I'm going to make a couple changes to it. I've already decided what I'm going to do. So let's see. Payload. Alright, here's the interstage. Alright, gotta get rid of these interstage nodes because I don't really need those. There we go. Alright. I want to make sure it's the same width as this one. What is this? 1.25. What are you? 1.25. Okay, cool. It looks like they're more or less the same width. But I want to change this upper one so that it's more rounded. So we're going to reattach that bottom, reattach that, reattach this bottom shell. Cool. Alright, so this is the part that's actually going to make it to the surface. So this top part, we're not going to use. And I'm going to change this to 3, because the plan with this... Actually, I don't even need that on there anymore either. The plan with this is the... I'm actually going to flip this around. And the Aeroshell is actually going to be on the bottom here. Didn't want to do that. Alright, so I gotta recenter this thing. Alright, there we go. Okay. So, basically what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put a heat shield on the top and a heat shield on the bottom. The Aeroshell is gonna be attached here. And what's gonna happen is, just think of this as it's going into the atmosphere. So the actual big shell is gonna be here. Right? And this is going to attach to it. So this will be the bottom. Underneath that is going to be the top of it. This part's going to have another little connecting thingy right here. And what that's going to have on is a couple rocket motors and a sky crane. So it's going to have a winch that's going to attach to this part here. And basically what that's going to do is just to kind of give you an idea is, as this thing's falling, I'll just kind of illustrate with this. As it's falling down, the bottom heat shield will deploy. The top will blow off. A winch will deploy with the parachute, and it'll get lowered down as if by a crane. It's kind of difficult to describe, but once I get started, you'll kind of see what I'm doing. So the first thing I need to do is I need to attach some kind of attachment point here to the top for the Aeroshell. Not entirely sure if that will work well or not, because ultimately the Aeroshell has to point downward. So it might be better for me to use an interstage fairing or a procedural fairing. Payload fairing base slim. Okay, here we go. Alright. So basically, now bear with me here because this is probably going to look really ugly. This thing is going to be the heat shield. And I want to change the auto shape. There we go. I want to make it smaller and wider. So I'm really just going to be experimenting with this until I can get it to do what I want it to do. Alright, so I guess we'll do it that way for now. And I'll attach this. And I want that to be pointed instead of rounded. So, let's see here. Highlight that. I want to change the nose shape. Yeah, here we go. And I don't want it to be curved at all. I want it to be... Yeah, I want it to be shaped kind of like that. Not entirely sure how well that's going to work. I wonder if there's a way for me to kind of bring these... to flare these outward towards the sides. Now, the reason I want to use like a really wide shape like this is because I want this thing to act as an aero brake. Because if this thing's going to Duna, then that means I need to slow down in the atmosphere. So I need a wider surface area to plow and force air out of the way, which will slow me down. But I need an ablative covering so that it will survive. Alright. So I'm probably going to be trying some stuff here that's going to be probably a little frustrating since I'm doing it live stream. So hopefully this will work out. Those of you watching on YouTube, I just noticed you joining. Sorry about the fact that it's showing me playing Minecraft. I tried to fix that earlier. For some reason, it's doing that on both my YouTube channel and my Facebook stream. It's really irritating. All right. So, I could use this inflatable heat shield, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. And I kind of like the idea of like challenging myself to build something different. But you know what? We'll shrink it and we'll try it and see if it works a little bit better. Maybe if we just leave it deployed, it might work. You know what? Screw it. We'll go with it. It'll save us some time. I tried to build a different shell, but you know what? This does what I need it to do, so we'll just roll with that. Alright, so on the craft, this is going to be mounted up, but for the sake of building this thing, I want to mount it this way. Alright, so let's see here. Next, I want to build the shell coverings that are going to blow away, and I need pyrotechnics because once it's on the ground, these shell coverings are going to blow away, and that's basically what I'm wanting it to do. And I'll definitely demonstrate this later. So we'll do a demonstration where it doesn't have the sky crane yet, just to kind of show you what I'm trying to do with it. So I'm going to put 3 of these in here. I'm going to shrink those. I'm going to point them a little bit more upward, and I'm going to sink them down inward a bit. There we go. So what these things are going to do is they're going to blow the Aeroshell off. Once I have it, once it's on the surface. And if this thing will just let me select this, thank you. I can move it to a different part of the craft. Alright, cool. So that will all fit under the Aeroshell. Alright. So, next thing I need to do is try to fit this shell on here. Alright, so that is not the shape that I want. So I have to shrink that. I want to make it, I want to shape it kind of like this bottom one here. So I want the top to curve inward. I want to take that height down. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. You know what? I'm gonna make that shell just a little bit. You know what? I'll just do it like that. That'll work. Because these will be lighter. Because this heat shield's gonna absorb most of the atmospheric friction anyway. But now I want this to curve higher, so I got to change the actual shape. I'm just going to screw with these settings until one of them does what I want it to do. Base auto shape. We don't want the base auto shape. There we go. Okay, cool. Now it's sort of doing what I want it to do. Certainly want to get the top bigger. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's closer to what I want. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's kind of screwing it up a little bit. That's not what I want at all. Oh, that's definitely not what I want. Alright, well, that's certainly doing something that I don't want it to do. I definitely don't want the bottom to be that shape either. There we go. Alright, cool. I'll select this, if it will let me. Thank you. Hello, thank you. Alright. I might have to just ditch this shell and figure out which curve I want to get. I kind of want to do, let's do round 2. Okay, why are you selecting the procedural battery? That's not what I told you to select. Getting this thing to grab the right thing is like a chore in itself half the time. Because it just does not want to. I'm gonna remove this shell here to see how badly this thing screwed up the base. Oh my god. Stop. I really wish this thing would stop selecting random stuff. Stop it. Stop it. What are you like? This thing is acting so weird. What are you trying to connect to? That? No, go away. Get out of here. Okay, shrink that back down. just gonna try to get it. Thank you. Alright, cool. Just getting this thing to do what I want half the time is a chore. Okay, there we go. That's fixed. Alright. Now, the heat shield. I think I'm gonna have to remove this top part. Try to find where the fairing base is. It looks like it disappeared into this thing. Yep, there it is. And that is probably part of the reason it's not wanting to work right. There we go. Alright. Cool. Alright, cool. That's around the right shape now. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna put this in. Alright. Where is my height adjustment? Nose auto shape on. Yeah, we don't want that auto shape off. We want it to we want it to kind of auto shape for us. I'm just gonna add a little bit of extra height to that just to make sure that it goes flush with that one. Alright, now we can adjust the height on this one. Okay, yeah, that's much better. Alright, let's see if this thing will let me adjust the actual shape now. I'm going to give it some more segments. So we want it to go down like that. Okay. Let's see. I wanted to do what it did on the other one. But I'm thinking it only let me do that because it was a regular fairing and not a interstage. Okay. Oh no, that's not what I want at all. Thank you. Thank you for not screwing that up even more. This is sort of what I want it to do. So take the auto shape down. I guess I have to manually adjust that size. Get it flush. There we go. Okay, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, and that's fine for now because I'm gonna go in and change the curvature of it to round it out. There we go. that should give me enough clearance. Bring those antennas down a little bit. I can actually, you know what? I can actually bring them in a little bit. Yeah, that should work. I could actually, matter of fact, I could actually shrink this interior part down just a little bit too. There we go. That'll give me more height to play with. Matter of fact, it might not be a bad idea to ditch that kind of style antenna and just throw in like a retractable one. Let's see, what's a good one? Where are the little ones that I usually like to use? The little the communication antennas. Yeah, these are cool. I like these. And these will just kind of like stick up out of the sides and the top. They're super easy to use, and you can just like stick them anywhere. Alright. There we go. So when it's on the surface, those will deploy. Well, I can put like another bit of instrumentation on top here. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll put some kind of like little solar thing on the top. So that way the battery won't completely die once it reaches the surface. See here. Where are my little flat panels? There we go. We'll make those smaller. There we go. Just add a couple of those in. This barometer is important because we need that. And I'm actually going to remove this one from symmetry. There we go. And I'll clone this one. That one from symmetry too. Let me dispose of it. Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, we're not at the action music part of the game yet. You need to go back to the building music. We're not we're not launching anything just yet. All right. And yeah, I like doing stuff like this in the game because it kind of just, you know, it satisfies that engineering itch. This will just give us a little bit of, this will just give us just enough. This should give us just enough power to charge the battery. But it's going to be on Duna, so it's probably not going to get a whole lot of light. So I might have to put a couple of these around the surface. Just kind of position them strategically. There we go. Yeah, that works. We'll just kind of put one here too. Throw one up here. There we go. I'm trying to get it to line up with that one. That will hopefully provide this thing with enough juice. Oh, I'm just gonna escape from symmetry here. There might be enough room for me to throw this on here. Okay, there's just barely enough room to put that one on there. I need to adjust that too. There we go. I'm just gonna save it. Alright, so we got our instrumentation on here. See if there's anything else we can throw on here for science, because this thing is actually designed to land. What does this do? Okay, that we don't need that. Atmospheric fluid spectrovariometer. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, let's add it. Oh, it's too big. Can't shrink that one down. Already have an accelerometer. Do we have our Grivoli meter? Hydrometer. You know what? That actually would be a useful one, a hydrometer. And look at that, it actually will fit. We'll put that one in there. I'm gonna have to push it down a little bit. Is there a way to shrink it any? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. I can make it a little bit smaller. Perfect. There we go. And then these motors here. Come on. Let me grab those. Alright, so these are the motors that are going to blow the top off of this thing. I think we can fit another instrument there. You know what? Who doesn't like surface pictures? Ooh, you know, I can mount the camera to the top of this thing. I'm going to hold on to that one. Thermometer. See, there's like another thermometer that we can use. Dome antenna. I mean, that actually would be useful for communicating back to the surface. Can I make that? Yeah, okay, cool. I can scale that one. Cool. put that down in there. And I can scale that one. What we'll do, I'll actually build a mount for that. Ordiath, I just saw your post. Can I get Leica in there? Unfortunately, this thing is not built for. This thing is not built to house living creatures. They will almost certainly get freeze dried in Duna's atmosphere. Alright, cool. So we'll put that there. So we have a little camera mount. No space doggos, but although that would be kind of a neat mod, but we all know what happened to Leica. So, yeah. I would rather not murder animals in the name of science today. Okay, so I gotta try to get this thing to grab that. Cool. Now, I'm going to rotate it around. Alright. This is going to be a much better mission than the one that failed last week. I'm going to move that forward just a bit and down. Because I want it to be out of the way this thing here. Alright. I think we could probably fit, like, maybe another instrument or some panels over here. Given the lighting conditions on Duna, I'm thinking it might be wiser. Might be wiser to put panels, but yeah. Well, I think I might go. Well, there's a thermometer, but I kind of want to go for a different thermometer. Ground base, utility wrench. Let's see. Okay, here we go. See if this will... I make that smaller? I cannot. I might have to replace an instrument. Because, you know, we want to get temperature readings. That's kind of important. Can I make that one smaller? No, I can't. Seismic accelerometer. I'll move the ion trap over here. Okay, cool. I can put the accelerometer over there. Because I want to measure the seismic activity on the planet. See if there's any Duna quakes. And I want to see... I definitely want to see... measure the amount of ionic particles that are getting down onto the surface. I think that would be a useful test to do, too. Alright, let me see how well this is looking. Save that. That's a little wonky. Alright. And if there's anywhere else I can stick some solar panels, I think I'm going to. Because you can never have too much power. I think I'm going to do, I'm actually going to... Yeah, that'll work. I'll actually make these go up a little bit. And then I'll bring these panels up. Because then... I'll have just a little bit more room. I'll have just a little bit more room. Put like those panels in there because I want to have enough power to be able to run all these tests. And since Duna is further away than Kerbin, I'm gonna roughly get, I think it's a square power, so Duna is roughly, I want to say 2 times the distance from the sun as Kerbin, so the inverse square law means it gets 1/4 the energy. Or inverse cubed law, I think. No, inverse square, yeah. So it gets roughly 1/4 the energy that Kerbin does. Just like the real life Mars. Alright, so I got all my instruments. Now I'm going to put, I'm gonna go ahead and set these stages up. Okay, cool. So that works, Alright. It'll let me grab a hold of that. Awesome. Uh-oh. Something's not working right. Something is screwy with this. Okay, so why are you not... Why are you doing that? Why are you trying to envelop the whole thing? Okay, it's the camera. I bet it's the camera. I'll have to move that camera back a little bit. Nope. Okay, why is it doing that? That doesn't make any sense to me. I wonder if I put all of them on... I wonder if I put them on, like, individually, one at a time. Nope, okay. Maybe this thing can tell me why it's doing that, because that's really annoying. Okay, now it's not. Alright, that's fucking weird. Alright. Alright. Now it's working. Alright. So, don't need this. Don't need that. Save. Alright, so... See, we got these. These are our 4 panels. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I don't have to put them on individually. Maybe I just have to do that weird kind of move that I did. I really don't like them not being grouped together like that. Alright. Move that. Put it back. Alright, cool. That seems to have fixed it. I wonder why it's doing that. That's so weird. Alright. Go ahead and increase the size of this. Don't quite want it that big. I want it somewhere above this. Below this. There we go. That might work. We can always design another Aeroshell if that looks like crap. Alright, so next order of business is I'm going to attach a procedural heat shield to the top of this thing. Make it the same diameter. That way this thing just is enclosed. Gray side for that one. Alright. So there's the capsule. And when this whole thing, when the rockets blow off, this will blow off too. So all of this stuff should disconnect and blow off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a parachute to this, and I'm going to test it. So this doesn't have the sky crane on it yet. That's coming next. But I'm going to test it. Remember where the hell I put the parachute. I know there it is, utility. Okay. Can I make that one different size? You know what? That might work. Where are you? There's one that I was using that I really like. It's really small, really lightweight, unobtrusive. There you are. I'm going to increase the altitude on that. I'm going to make the spread angle wider. Decrease the pressure because this thing has to go through Duna's atmosphere. So I'm going to test it on Kerbin because in order for it to not crash onto Duna, I need the sky crane. Oh, Facebook comments aren't working? Well, let me go in and fix that. That is weird. I was wondering why it was so quiet. Yeah, I've been having issues with, like, Facebook's thing. I guess I forgot to set it to public. I've been having issues with Facebook's live stream stuff today. So the chat's probably going to blow up here in a second. There we go. Alright. Alright, so, yeah, let's give it a try. Let's launch it. Let's see what it does. So the plan, those of you just joining, is I'm going to have an Aeroshell. I'm designing an Aeroshell for this Duna probe, but it's going to have a sky crane on it eventually. But right now I'm just testing to make sure that the heat shield deploys properly when I'm in the upper atmosphere. Just to make sure that it works. I'm going to make sure that the parachute deploys. And that the shell blows off when it lands. All right. Put it in orbit. Make sure that my staging is right here. Parachute's actually, in this instance, below the heat shield. And I actually want to... I should have created an action group for that. But that's something we can do, trigger with an action group. Alright. Alright, so I am going to go and decrease the velocity now. That way, my orbital speed decreases enough to where this thing will fall back. Alright. This thing should fall back to Kerbin now. I want to get it over land, though. I don't want to do this over the ocean. Let's see where we are. Where are we going to come down? You know what? I'm actually going to increase the speed here. Because I want this thing... I want this thing to come down on land. Because I want to test to see if the shell will come off properly. Yeah, I keep having problems with Facebook. It won't let me change it to KSP. Like, it just refuses to. Oh, it's already bringing me into the atmosphere. Oh well. Okay, so jettison heat shield. Come on, let go of the heat shield. I guess I should have waited until... I guess I should have waited until it was like deploying its parachute. Yeah, because I'm not going to encounter as many aero forces on Duna, so... Come on. Taking forever. I'm already getting some aero braking properties from this heat shield, though. But it's hilarious, because it's like... Oh, God. Oh, God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Jeez. This thing just ripped apart my probe. Yeah, we're reverting that flight. Yeah, that wasn't good at all. So we're gonna go back to Orbit Editor. I'm just gonna put it in orbit again. Put it in 90,000. I want to get a good landing spot on land. So I guess we'll have to go around the planet a couple times. We've got to find a good landing spot. Okay, this mass right here ought to be good, so... I'll do my descent probably about right here. Although I don't want to do it at night. And it looks like it's probably gonna make me do it at night. Really don't want to do that. Alright. 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 Now I can decrease my speed. There we go. Now it'll come into the atmosphere and I should land on land so I can test it. Come on now. Point your heat shield in the right direction, please. Thank you. I am squandering all of the money. Come on, point in the right direction for me. God, what are you doing? What are you doing? You'd think that arrow forces would point this thing in the right way, but it's not. But that's why I designed this thing with a heat shield all the way around it. There we go. Now it's pointing in the right direction. I think what I'm gonna probably have to do is maybe attach like spin stabilizers to the inside of this thing so that it'll spin it up before it enters the atmosphere. Come on, let my acorn land. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and I don't want it to be in orbit. Yeah, I don't want to burn it up. So I just have to try to do the wobble. It does look like a mushroom. So I gotta deploy my parachute first. Then I can ditch the heat shield. But hopefully this thing doesn't fly apart before I have the chance to do that. Hopefully the Kraken doesn't destroy it first. This test is less than ideal. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do a ship lander. Alright, so we know the heat shield works. Alright. Drop it. Alright. We're gonna use the ship lander to test it. I wanna get it. I wanna speed up and get it up to speed. Okay. Now I should be able to ditch this heat shield. Oh wait, nope. I want to deploy my parachute first. And then once it catches, it slows me down enough. Should be able to ditch this heat shield. Perfect. Now what would happen is when this parachute deploys, then the what I'm actually gonna do on Duna is the sky crane will deploy and these motors are fire. But I don't know, maybe I can get away without doing a sky crane. Although a sky crane would be really cool. Alright. Now I just gotta get this thing on the ground. So I'm just gonna change the altitude here to 100. So I'm 100 feet above ground now. I'm gonna drop it. So this is as if we're landing. Hopefully this thing doesn't blow the bottom of it up as it lands. Hopefully it's not too heavy for this chute. Okay, cool, it's not. Alright. So. Let's see here. I want to blow the top off of this now. Okay, that did not decouple. That should decouple. Decouple when fairing gone. Yes. Decouple top node. There we go. I want to decouple that too. Alright. So we know that works. Now all the instruments are exposed. Okay, so that works. It doesn't really matter that it's kind of sideways. As long as it's on the ground. That's really all I care about with this one. Okay. So the takeaway is, I'm gonna have to make an action group that'll blow all that stuff off. Reconnect you. What are you doing? No. Stop. Alright. I think I'm probably gonna have to put like a decoupler on there or something. Or attach something to the bottom of this thing. Right, now comes the now let's see if I can actually put this thing on top of a spaceship without it like trying to like extend the shroud all the way. So I think I'm gonna test that next. So I'm gonna change this right here. I'm just gonna spin that around, save it. I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna stick this one on top and see what it does. I'm gonna save that as probe A. I just want to remove this entire upper probe part. Don't need that. If it'll let me do it. I'll just get rid of this whole thing. I'll just replace that. Because I do not feel like screwing with it. Right. Now, I'm going to merge it with this one. Ah! Stop, thank you. Okay, I think that's before I think that's the auto-saved one. Save it. Yes. Alright, where are you? There we go. That's the one I want. Okay, that sort of works. It sort of works. Not a big fan of it, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. Wonder if there's something I can do about that. You know what? Actually, you know what? There is. This might actually solve... Might actually solve my dilemma, too. Because this is going to protect the heat shield, so I don't really need this bottom one on there. I can shrink these. Move those. Don't want the peaked, I want it rounded. There we go. Come on, are you gonna let me select it? Thank you. Push these through, because these actually don't need to be very big. They need to be just big enough to blow the shell off the top. This doesn't actually need to be this tall either. Actually, I'm actually going to flip this around. I hate it when it does not let me grab stuff that I want to grab. Come on, are you gonna grab it? Are you gonna let me grab it? Are you just gonna... Yeah, okay, we're gonna get rid of the rest of this probe. Call it Lander B. Alright, I'm just gonna flip this whole thing over. I'm going to change the color of this to white. This way it'll land fairly straight up. I want to make sure the battery is big enough. That should work. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. If this thing would just let me select this, it's not letting me. Yeah, it's not letting me select half the crap here. So I'm just gonna have to like reload this. It's not letting me select half the crap on it. Okay, where are you? Alright, there we go. I'm gonna recenter this on that part right there. And I'm gonna redo this payload shell. There we go. Perfect. Alright, cool. Now you're letting me do what I want to do. Alright. So I'm going to try to see if I can get this thing even thinner. Oh, yes, that'll work. That works even better. I got to move this camera up a little bit, though. That'll work. Perfect. All right. Now I need to grab this. Nice. All right. Now I just made it thinner. We didn't need all that crap on the bottom anymore. Now I can actually attach a heat shield. I'm curious. There's a way to do a different shape. No, I don't think I can. Not with that one. That's fine though, I have an idea. I'm trying to get this thing as small and as thin as possible without... Yeah, it would have definitely gotten crap footage. Alright. What was I doing? Oh yeah, alright. So I want to make a mounted... I want to put a payload fairing on there. Because I'm going to try something. So, interstage fairing. I wonder if I can do negative height on this. If there's a way for me to loop this back around on itself so that it points downward. I want to do one node. Let's see, heat shield. Oh yes, the interstage nodes. Don't want those. Why are you still insisting on giving me those nodes? I don't want them. Come on. Are you going to attack? I guess it's because... not the right way up, I guess is why it's doing that. not acknowledging that I'm trying to mount it a certain way. Alright. Let's see. There's a way for me to get this thing to point upward. Okay, cool. Up. It might just actually be a better idea not do an interstage fairing, but they just do a regular payload fairing. And then just decouple it from the bottom. I think that might be the best way to do it. Let me throw... Where's my Brun decoupler? My really thin one. There you are. Alright. Throw you here. Mount you upside down. Throw a... wonder, is this... Okay. Okay, so you are... Oh, that's cool. Alright, cool. Hollow payload adapter ring. Okay, this might be what I'm looking for. Try this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and then... and I can just bring it down. And I should be able to change the shape. Because it's a back shell. Oh yeah, there we go. And I can make the ring itself wider. There we go. And then I'll make it not as tall. Where's my height? Where's my height? I want my height. Where's my height at? Adapter ring. Size. Auto shape. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Increase where it begins, decrease the height. Oh, nope, not that. This is sort of what I want right here. There we go. That's what I'm going for, right there. Is there a way to change? Is there a way to change the height? There we go. There we go. That's what I want. Yeah. And this connects to that. And I can just like attach. All right, let me make sure that this thing is not like sticking this. What? I'm gonna let me. Okay, cool. Alright, so it didn't put it on the inside. Good. Very cool, because I can do this, and then I can attach struts. I can radially attach struts to it. That'll work. There we go. Hopefully don't peek out the top. Yeah, they are a little bit. That's fine though. We'll just bring them back in. Attach them there. That's so wonky. It looks so wonky. I do want a level. I do want it to look somewhat cool. Correct some of these imperfections here. No. Stop doing what you want and do what I want you to do. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm going for. Now the question is whether or not this thing will actually like hold together, or if it'll straight up try to like fly away or something. Actually, you know what? See if I can get this back shell off. I could totally. Fine. Let me select just the shell. There we go. I can totally just like put that there. And radially mount some, or actually I can put this here inside the back shell. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, cool, yeah. And that makes it look like it's kind of quasi-attached there. Grab. This is the frustrating part about this thing, is it's getting it to grab. I hope they fix this in KSP too, because this is really irritating. I'm sitting here trying to select one thing, and it won't let me select that one thing half the time. It like makes me grab something else. It's really irritating. I'm gonna move that upwards a little bit, actually. Because I want to move I want to move this whole unit down about right there. There we go. Now it looks like the Aeroshell is like connected to it. So I want to deploy the top node, but I need the parachute. Actually, you know what? Let's put the motors on. Let's see if we can do this without a sky crane. Let's stick the motors on top. So we need fuel. I wonder if I can shrink this. Yes, I can. This is roughly... That's too big. I don't want it that big. I want something kind of small. Yeah, like that. Alright, how much fuel am I getting out of this thing? Oh, it's all monopropellant. No, I don't want monopropellant. Those are all monopropellant. Okay, there's different configurations on this one. Okay. So I'm going to mount the parachute to this. Save that. How would this do? Would this work? I don't want that one. Alright, so I'm gonna put little engines on the side. Thruster block, don't want that. Maybe put these little twitch engines on the side here. I'm gonna put 4 of them. But I'm going to mount them this way. And I'm going to shrink them down. And I'm going to rotate them this way. Push them inward. Because basically what's going to happen is these are going to help me decelerate. And this is actually probably a good chute to put on here. Yeah, that'll probably work really well, actually. Right. Let's get this thing arranged properly here. I'm gonna pull the back shell off of here. I need to set up my action groups. Let's see. I'm gonna do custom group 7 for this. And that will fire these engines if I can get it to select them. Come on, select the engine. Like I said, this is one of my pet peeves with this game, is I can't seem to get it to select things when I want it to. I kind of have to like clip inside of it to get it to select a part. Doesn't want to do it. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh my god. Am I really gonna have to take this bottom part off? Am I really gonna have to like disassemble this to get at this part? Because it's not gonna let me do it. This is so irritating. And then I have to wait for it to unfreeze because it keeps trying to do radial. Okay. I'm gonna have to take the Aeroshell off. I'm gonna have to reroute it. This is the route now. I'm gonna have to take this part off, and now maybe, okay, now I can actually grab the damn engine. Alright. So I want to, let's see, you know what, I'm gonna do custom group 8. I want to blow the engine, and I want to blow decouple top node at the same time. So when I'm actually on the ground, it'll blow both of those, it'll blow that all off. And let's see, interstage fairing, okay. While I'm at it, get it. I can probably, hopefully, get it to put this back shell. I'm gonna flip it so I can put the back shell back on. Then, like, hope that it doesn't, you know, do some weird wonky shit because of the way I have it mounted. It shouldn't, though. It's an interstage fairing. But since I'm mounting it upside down, KSP likes to do weird shit with it. Alright. I want to do tools. I want to I want to blow these fairing parts off. Jettison fairing. Alright. Alright. So that looks like it will work. And I think I'm going to set another action group for this decoupler. I'll do that decoupler. Actually, you know what? I don't need to do an action group for that one. I think I should be able to just decouple that one. Move this upward. It's just barely touching that. Alright. Now, hopefully, the physics on this won't break. Okay, so we're entering the atmosphere, deploy the chute. Fire the engines. I want to arm these engines. Okay, so this goes... Goes up here. I want to disable the fairing decoupler on... No, I don't want to disable that fairing decoupler. I want to disable this fairing decoupler. It'll let me do it. I think I have to like flip it around in order to do that. Oh, okay, never mind. I had it in the wrong setting. All right, so disable that. I want to disable that decoupler. Fairing decoupler off. All right, because this is going to get blown off by this. So this will separate entirely and drop it. Once I've decelerated enough. So I can trigger these engines, hit the parachute, trigger these engines. So this will slow me down, then I trigger these engines, then I blow this heat shield off. And then when I'm actually on the ground, then I can trigger all this stuff. Alright. I'm actually gonna make sure this is all lined up properly, because the last thing I want is for this thing to like totally screw up. Alright. Let's give it a try. But I'm actually gonna try this. I'm gonna try this at Duna. I'm gonna try it at Duna's atmosphere. In Duna's atmosphere. Sarah Brito Gaming, how you doing? Just joining us, we're trying some Aeroshells for a Duna mission. We're gonna try a field test. I don't have the antennas wired to an action group yet, but that doesn't matter because we're literally just gonna be testing this thing. And I'm just gonna do cheat mode. So that I can make sure that it will actually work on the target body. All right. So let's try it. All right. So I'm going to decelerate. Go to orbit editor, decrease my velocity. Well, yeah, the cheat mode is, I only use the cheat mode to actually test hardware. I don't use it to do the actual missions. I always do the flights for that. This is just to make sure that the hardware will actually work as intended. Alright, so now we're dropping. I'm going to aim. It'll let me. My electric charge is probably going to go away really fast. Oh, I don't have my RCS or SCS on. SAS on. Alright. See if I can get this thing to actually respond. Get my gyros to actually respond to me. I probably need to put better reaction wheels on it. I might need to throw a little bit of some monoprop tanks on the top and put some little monoprop thrusters on it so that it'll be easier for me to aim this thing. That way I can face this heat shield downward. So hopefully arrow forces will force this thing down in the correct direction. And it's not. Which is really irritating. Which means I might have to use that big heat shield. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna probably crash. Alright. And I have no idea why these engines are not firing. Oh, is it because of my... No, I have plenty of fuel. Oh, it's because I'm time accelerated. Is it? Okay, why did these engines not fire? That's what I want to know, because that's why it exploded. Alright, let me... Well, the pyros work. Partial control loss because no signal. I think you're right. I think you're right. I don't have a vehicle in orbit. So, yeah. So we're just gonna have to try that again. By the way, I have problems getting, no signal, only nav ball buttons. Alright. So I'm gonna have to put some kind of antenna on the outside of this thing, I guess. Just have it, like, constantly deployed or something. Alright, this might work. Yeah, that might work. And I did say I wanted to put some monoprop tanks on the outside. Cool. And then I can connect some thrusters to the top of this thing. Maybe one there. Weight's probably going to be a little weird. Yeah, I have it set to where the signal shouldn't matter. But I guess it's, for some reason it does. So I guess we'll just try it and see what it does. I'm gonna add a little bit more fuel so that my descent engines will actually fire right. Alright, I can always tweak that stuff later and, you know, make it a little more aesthetic. For now, I just want to make sure that this thing will actually work properly. Alright. So hopefully this will work. Now, one of the problems I have, a closed truncated Aeroshell, like a capsule, wouldn't fit. That wouldn't flip. Yeah, I think maybe you're right. Let me try that other one that I have. The one that I had earlier. Because I like this Aeroshell design. I might have to use the inflatable one. See here. Or I might just have to have it go in upside down. Not ideal, but I mean, that works. That's basically what I was trying to do anyway. I don't even need this decoupler. I can just attach an action group to it. I mean, that's sort of what I was going for. Yeah, let's do an action group. Yeah, an upper and lower shell might work. I'm concerned about how big this thing's gonna end up being, though. Because the bus that I'm sending it on is one of my standard probe buses, so I need to make sure that this thing will fit on top of it. Alright. Let's see here. What was I gonna do? Derp. Completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright. Jettison heat shield. Alright. That's what I wanted to do. And when I blow this part off, I want this to go full throttle. So if I have some fuel left in it, I want to blow it away. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to leave some fuel in it, and then what I'll do is I'll thrust these at full throttle, and when it detaches, they will completely blow away from it. Yeah, throttle engine. Where are you? Where are you? I just had you. Where did you go? Throttle gimbal, throttle. Where's reset? All right. Okay, there we go. Toggle engine, decouple top node, throttle engine, jettison fairing, jettison heat shield. You guys should already... Why are they not showing up in this? I'm gonna have to go back in here, remove this bottom half, select this engine again, and make sure that it's actually going to activate properly. Alright. That should work now. Alright. Let's try it again. Try one last time. Yeah, I would try to do an upper and lower shell in future missions, but this one has to fit on a specific probe bus. So, I'm going to try this again, see what it does. Hopefully, because heat shields are designed to point downward. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Totally forgot to put some monoprop thrusters. Totally forgot to put monoprop thrusters on it. Definitely going to have to try that real quick. So, yeah, let's just have to revert the flight to the vehicle assembly building because I totally forgot to put monoprop thrusters in there. And I don't think the reaction wheel is going to be enough power to keep this thing aimed properly. I think I'll put one. Where should I put them? I think I'll put one like right there, across the top. Probably the best place to put them. Right, where's my thrusters at? Man and control. And basic. I want basic, just like pitch control. Might be able to just kind of embed it between these two. Where's my axis here? Come on. Maybe there's somewhere I can attach these. Hopefully I don't have to make like another block at the top here. You know what? That should be enough to control pitch. That's literally all I want to do is just control pitch. So let's see if that does the trick. Maybe put one more on there. So that should be enough to give me some pitch control. Alright, let's try it. Let's screw with it. Let's see if it works. Yeah, this thing is not very big at all. It's going to be a very small probe. Physics test time. Let's see. I've been going for almost 2 hours, so I think this might be the last test that I do. So I'm going to give it a try. Maybe try it a couple times, see what it does. Make sure my staging's right here. Alright. So that is working. Active vessel. I'm gonna put it in orbit around Duna. Because Duna's atmosphere has a higher scalar height. I think it's 80 or 90. I think it's like 80 kilometers, maybe. Even though it's a thinner atmosphere, I think it has a higher scalar height. So, so I'm just gonna put that on. Make sure that I'm pointed prograde. Oh, retrograde. Derp. Okay, so I do have some attitude control here, which is good. So cool, that's working. Apply velocity change. Enter the atmosphere. This should keep me pointed downward. Okay, so it's 60 kilometers for Duna. Alright, there we go. That'll keep me pointed down. Change this to radar. And I'd really like to do the sky crane idea, though. I think that would just add like a level of coolness to the whole idea. Alright, coming in hot. So this big heat shield should slow me down some. Alright. Deploy the chute at 5,000 meters. Hopefully it'll let me. Give it a wide spread angle. Right. Yeah, it's still not letting me throttle these engines. Yeah, it's still totally not letting me throttle these engines, and now my chute won't deploy. Hopefully it'll deploy here at 5,000. There we go. Only X and Y work. All right. If I extend this antenna. Yeah, I thought I turned the controls. I totally thought I turned the controls on. Oh well. Because when I did my signal, when I set my game settings, I set it to where there's like a not partial signal loss, but I guess only firing my stages works. I think you're right. I wonder if this thing will even throttle the engines entirely when I do my action group. Alright, well, I can go ahead and ditch this heavy heat shield, I guess. I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna try these engines on the ground because I think you are right. Either that or I have the wrong, like... Either that or I have the wrong type of engine on here. Yeah, it's a little hot, but Duna's gravity's lower, so hopefully it won't smack into the ground. I might be able to fire my engines if my action group works. Well, let's speed it up and find out, shall we? This is like the slowest time acceleration ever. I wonder if the heat shield already exploded. I wonder if I can just, like, blow this top off right when I'm about to hit the ground. Well, I mean, those engines fired. They fired it. They fired when I did that. Too bad they didn't fire when I needed them to. Worst sky crane ever. Alright, I'm gonna try these engines on the pad. But I think you're right. I think it is the signal. I think I'm gonna have to have an orbiter up in orbit to be able to bounce the signals off of. Okay. Yeah. See, that's what it's supposed to do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see how long I can burn these engines. Oh wow, I can get a lot of burn time on these. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So at least this will work pretty good. I'm just gonna have to test it a little bit more. Yeah, so this part, I'm supposed to leave a little bit of fuel in it so that when it gets to the ground, this whole thing just blows off and flies away somewhere. And then, of course, these antennas are supposed to extend. And they're like partially extended. Alright, what's this? What's my dome antenna do here? Okay, cool. You know, I wonder if it has the range. But see, it's under the shroud, so... A little bit of a glitch there. But I mean, everything else works on it pretty good. Alright, well, I'll do one last thing and see if I can mount it to the probe. Because these work. Yeah, I guess I just don't have the range here. You know, and I thought I saved that. I thought I fixed that. Let me... Yeah, alright, let me just see if I can mount this thing first off. Alright, so that's already rooted. Cool. Save that. Grab the probe bus. Load. I'm gonna merge it with this one. Lander B, merge. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about with it doing weird shit like that. But that's fine, because I can just flip it around and do that. Now I think I'm gonna change this decoupler up at the top though. The procedural RCS tank. I think I'll make that shorter. I'll make this a little shorter. Basically, I need to put some kind of decoupler there. I think I'll use this one, because this one's always been good to me. There we go. Actually, you know what? I gotta set my... And then I gotta find a way to fix this problem with the with with the communications. It is my lucky decoupler. It works very well. It does what I need it to do. I wonder if I can make this a little bit smaller. That should be fine. That's a good size for it. All right. So don't need this extra one. All right, I'm gonna launch this one just to make sure all the systems work properly. And it doesn't do anything weird, like any weird clipping. Gonna put it in orbit. Not velocity. I want to do. Yeah, we'll select Kerbin. Actually, you know what? Let's select Duna. And I'm gonna see if I can get this motor to work. Yeah. Yeah, that works. I still might swap out that heat shield, but I like the fact that this one lets me point it downward, so... I don't know, I'll try some different variations. I want something a little thinner, more enveloping, but this works good so far. Doesn't seem to be breaking anything, which is good. All right. Point this thing towards the sun. Or my panels, rather. Alright. So, basically what I would do is I would point it retrograde. I'd activate this engine. Do a deorbit burn. And just see how this works. I want to land on the sun side. And I don't care if the probe gets back into orbit or not. Because all I care about is testing this. Testing this lander out. That's really all I care about. This thing can burn up. In the actual gameplay, I'm actually gonna activate that and put it back into an orbital trajectory. But for this, I'm just testing the. I'm just gonna test the motor. We'll let that decouple. Switch to that. And we'll try it. I'm gonna try to fire these engines. Nope, still can't fire him. Alright, well, maybe if I set this to a relay, it might let me do it. Yeah, it's not even letting me do it when that's set to a relay. Weird. Oh no, the decoupling mechanism works, so that's good. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna have to set something on that. Alright. I'm gonna have to fix that problem. Because I know it's a communications problem. It might be something with this engine. I'm not entirely sure. Because this thing should be able to relay off of that one. Yeah, like Yeah, I'm not getting any line of sight with Yeah, I'm not getting any line of sight with the KSC. That one, but I am from this one, but that one should be relaying the signals from this other one, so maybe I need a different transmitter attached to it. That sucks. Let me. I think our guy is onto something. I might have to edit position. You know what? I think I might have to screw with that later. Oh, okay, cool. I can change the nav ball position. That's cool. Actually, you know what? Unpause. Give me that. Let's see if I can change the nav ball position. I want to leave just enough room. Why did you do that? That's not what I wanted to do. I guess I have to. Okay, I have to hit accept. Okay. Alright. Quit to main. Why not quit to main screen. Resume flight. Yeah, control locked. Alright, yeah, it is a communications problem. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I thought that those antennas would be big, would be powerful enough, and I thought that adding the relay would work, but I guess that doesn't. So I'm gonna have to figure that problem out. Alright, well, I think that's a good enough stream for today. We got this thing built. I'm just gonna have to figure that antenna problem out at some other time. Have to use something different. But yeah, anyway, we'll go ahead and pull up my stream card. Thank you guys for tuning in. A lot of fun. Glad having you guys. Thanks for watching me do something boring on KSP. I do this every Monday. I do Minecraft streams on Thursdays and Saturdays. So yeah, definitely check those out when you get a chance. I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna go make some dinner and take care of some other stuff. So yeah, take it easy guys. Thanks for sticking around.